Hello chess lovers, let's have a look at a fantastic game played by Simon Williams against Christopher Dorrington. The game was played in 2004 and this was a rapid game. Christopher Dorrington started with e4, c5 by Simon Williams, Sicilian defense, knight c3, knight c6, knight e2, g6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, bishop g7, bishop e3, d6. Simon Williams goes for this aggressive dragon variation. Knight f6, f3, bishop d7, white castles, rook c8, king b1, knight e5, g4, and white is starting an immediate pawn storm on the king side. Black castles, h4, b5, and h5. Capturing on b5 can be very dangerous for white. For example, after rook b8, if knight c3, then black can go for this knight takes f3 sacrifice. If knight takes f3, then black can sacrifice the second knight as well. The whole idea is to open up some space for this bishop to attack. If knight takes e4, then white can even get checkmated after rook b2 check, king c1, rook b1 check, king takes b1, and now comes the queen and white king is getting checkmated. That's why after b5 we see h5, knight takes f3. Again, this is a very standard sacrifice in dragon variation. Knight takes f3, bishop takes g4, bishop e2, b4, knight d5, knight takes e4, and a very passive move by white, queen e1. Actually, nowadays the best move is considered queen takes b4. If rook b8, then queen takes e4, and if rook takes b2 check, then king c1, bishop f5, and now white can go for this beautiful queen sacrifice. Queen takes f5. If g takes f5, then h6, rook takes a2, h takes g7, rook e8, bishop d4, e5, bishop c3. According to the engines, this is winning for white, but actually from a human perspective, this is a double-edged position. Black has 4 pawns and a queen against 4 pieces, so this can lead to a very sharp game. But instead, after knight takes e4, we see this passive queen e1 move. Now comes e6, kicking this knight away, knight f4, queen a5, knight d4, bishop f5, and a bad move by white, knight b3. It was very important to capture on f5 and get rid of this dangerous bishop. But this knight b3 move allows Simon Williams to go for one of the most amazing combinations the chess world has ever seen. Can you find his next move? Ready? He played rook takes c2. Now both the rook and also the queen are hanging. White played knight takes a5. But if king takes c2, then after queen takes a2, this is just winning for black. Right now the pawn on b2 is hanging. Also there is this dangerous rook c8 threat. If rook b1, then rook c8 check, bishop c5, knight takes c5, king d2, a black can capture on b3, it's all over. But instead, after rook takes c2, we see knight takes a5 in the game. Now comes another beautiful move. Can you find black's next move? Ready? Simon Williams played knight d2 check, sacrificing the knight as well. Queen takes d2, rook takes b2, double check, king c1 and rook b1. We see this amazing checkmate on the board. Just a fantastic combination by Simon Williams. Your comments and questions please, and thanks for watching. Good luck.